Lashon התורה Ohr Haga'os. Vayeshev Yakov beretz migurei aviv beretz Canaan. And Yakov dwelt in the land of the dwelling of his fathers, in the land of Canaan. Hikshem harama. So that Harav Morenu, Harav Moshe Alshich, so the Alshich HaKadosh asks, Ki hi neksiv l'mayla b'Parshas Vayishlach Vayavo Yakov el Yitzchak avivhu, that Yakov went to Yitzchak his father, Ukiyadua, and as is known, Im Ken Yadanu, Shiyashav Sham. So we know that he sat there. Why does it have to come and say again that Yakov sat? Also, after it says in the land of the dwelling of his fathers, it comes and says again in the land of Canaan, which is a double language. That the land of the dwelling of his fathers is the same thing. Now it says to go and traverse in front of Hashem in the lands of the living. And that there's two lands. Why are there two lands? Because there's two types of vessels that will bring down and have dwell in them the supernal life, the artzos ha'chaim, the lands for the living. Chaim Lashon Rabim, just like Chaim is the plural language, kach artzos Lashon Rabim. So too, lands are a double language, Maharil, and that's from the Maharil, the brother of the Alter Rebbe. Vishlahayir Mebeis b'chinas kala b'dibur hamaschil shir hashirim, and we can awaken to the fact that you have two kinds of kala in shir hashirim, mebeis b'chinas chaim, and two concepts of life. So I guess it equates the two kinds of kelim, the two kinds of aratzos, to the two kinds of kala, the two kinds of chaim. You have these two concepts of chasan, and I guess also in addition to the first shir hashirim in the Kuti Torah, also in Libaftini he mentions this idea. Look what's brought about the Mamer, that you will not have a barren or miscarriage in your land, or meaning a woman who miscarries in your land, because of Gamkein, Bez Bechinas Eretz. And there it also has the concept of two concepts of land, Eretz Satav, Eretz Ilah. You have the lower land and the higher land. Shnizka B'Zohar Chelik Beis, Parshas Vayakel Daf Reish Yud Aleph. That the two kinds of lands are mentioned in Zohar Vayakel. Vayin Mashakazu Minyan Eretz, B'Dibur HaMaschil B'Yim Yashreish, ובדיבור המסחיל כי כארץ תוציא צמחה, כי אין עד ניה ויכולו. ארץ החיים היינו שממנה נמשך אמונה שנקראת צדיק באמונה זו יחיה. So the land of the living, from which comes and is drawn out the concept of a belief that it says by the tzaddik will live with his emunah, Vira Savai Lachaim, and also fear. So the tzaddik has emuna and yira, and the yira is also life. Yira Savai Lachaim, the pasuk says, and the fear of Hashem is for life. Ava, and the third is love. Like it says that your goodness, that your kindness is better, is tov from Chaim. So the chesed gets from Chaim as well. So Emunah, Yira, and Ava all are nimshach from Chaim. That is through doing the mitzvos, That's the concept of ahava, or that's how you get the life to them. And that's like it says, like the land that brings forth, it spreads forth. So that's the lower land, the Maaseh mitzvos. But the higher land, that's the second part of the pasuk when it says of ki ke'eretz totzi tzimcha, kein adnei havaya etzmiach hulu. So too you have another tzmicha above. So too adnei havaya will spread forth. Kein adnei havaya etzmiach hulu v'inu chayei hachayim, and that is the life of the life. If below you draw down the life, so above you draw down the life of the life. Ki kel deus, beis deus hulu, and that's because you have two perspectives in the divine. From above to below and from below to above. V'amshachas b'chinas emuna v'yira ve'ahava shemim b'chinas das elyon nikra chayei hachayim. And to draw down belief and fear and love from the supernal das, that's called the life of the life. Vayin bebira pasuk mayim rabim b'torah Parshas told those. And look in the beer of mayim rabim. Kitzer, so we have a kitzer of the concepts we just said. Beis Kushus harav Moshe Alshich. We brought the question of the Alshich. Baratzos Hachaim Eretz Sotav Eretz Ilah, in the lands of the living. That's the lower land, and the higher land Chaim Emuna Yira ve'Ava. How the life is in the Emuna, in the belief, in the fear, and the love. Each Beis Deos Kikel Deos, and you have two perspectives from above to below and from below to above. I guess that's the two aratzos. And that which is drawn down from the supernal perspective of Das, the supernal knowledge, that shines into the higher land, that's called the life of the life. And that's the pasuk that says, just like the land that sprouts forth, so to Adnai Havaya will sprout forth. So that's the Chaim and the Chayei Chaim in that pasuk. Bavos Rav Nasan of Parsha Lamedalad Perush B'Artzos Hachaim Gan Eden Nikra B'Artzos Hachaim. So in Avos of Nasan, it says that the lands of the living, that refers to Gan Eden, that's called the lands of the living. In Kein Beis Aratzos Hachaim Hainu Gan Eden HaTachton veGan Eden HaElyon. If so, the two lands are the lower Garden of Eden and the higher Garden of Eden. Vayin Mashikos Minyan HaMachpelah. Look what's brought about the concept of the Machpelah, the doubled cave, Gan Eden HaTachton, that it's brought by Chazal as the entrance to Gan Eden. So there you have a Gan Eden HaTachton, two levels. You have the lower Garden of Eden, Shorshom Malchus and Mekabelas Mizah, which is the concept of Malchus that receives from Zeranpin, the Gan Eden HaElyon, Shorshom Bina Mekabelas Me'atik. And the higher Garden of Eden is the concept of Bina that receives from Atik, the two concepts of the Gan, the Malchus and the Bina. If so, the lower Garden of Eden, we can say, receives the life from the concept of the tree of life. And the higher Garden of Eden receives from the concept of Ayin, Ke'inyan hayesh ba'etz im Ayin. Like the question in Parshas Shlach, see if it has the tree or not. But it's interpreted as, see if it has the concept of the tree of life, or if it's even higher, the concept of Ayin. B'chinas Ayin zeu mikor Chaim, and the concept of Ayin is the source of life, like we said here. The Chaim and the Chayei HaChaim. V'iniksiv basi legani achosi kala. Now it's brought, I came to my garden, my attached one, my bride, Shibechinas Gani Nikreis Kala, that the concept of the Gan is called my bride. Im Kein Beis Bechinas Gan Eden, Hainu Gam Kein Beis Bechinas Kala. If so, two concepts of Gan Eden is also the two concepts of the Kala, like we brought here in the beginning of the Mamer. That the Tuaratzos are Kalim for the Chaim, for the Chasanim. Vayin Zohar Chele Gimel Daf Reish Mem Amud Aleph B'Meori Os Gimel Simin Kaf Aleph. Gam efshar lomar pirush ba'artzos hachayim. You can also say the concept of the lands of the living. Be'ezarotzos hachayim. You have two concepts of lands of life. Ha'alef Gan Eden, ha'beis Tchias hamesim. The first is the Garden of Eden, and the second is the revival of the dead. U'bilikuti Torah Parshas Shlach, Dibur HaMaschil Ani de Parshas Tzitzis, Trush HaRishon, Bigeres HaKodesh, Zmin Yud Zayin, Pirush de Bechinas Gan Eden, Nimshach min Bechinas Mamar Kol Almin. So it explains in Likutei Torah Shlach and Bigeres HaKodesh that the concept of Gan Eden is drawn from Mamar Kol Almin, from that which fills all the worlds, and the revival of the dead is drawn from the concept that encompasses all the worlds. And in Tikkun Zohar, it explains that the lands of the living in plural refers to 7 lands. Zayin Hichalos, 7 palaces, like the Zayin Hichalos of Birchos Kriya Shema until Shmona Esrei. Rabbi Tikkun Lamed Aleph, Rabbi Zohar Chilek Aleph, Vayechi Daf Yishutes, B'Parshas Truma, B'Sifra Ditzniusa, Daf Kufayin Ches, Amud Beis, B'Gemara Perek Basra de Pesachim, Daf Kufir Ches, Amud Aleph, Perish Dekayal Tchias HaMesim. So there it explains simply, I guess, Artzos Hachayim refers to the revival of the dead, maybe excluding Gan Eden. V'chein hu b'Yerushalmi Perek Tes Deklayim B'Brabos Reish Parshas Vayechiva Ein Od Mizeh Brabos B'Shalach Parsha Kafei Daf Kuf Mem Amud Beis B'Parshas V'zos Abracha Tafshin Aleph Amud Gimel B'Gemara Perek Zayin Diyoma Daf Ein Aleph, so Amud Aleph, Ein Menyin Chaim V'Chaye Chaim B'Zohar Chilek Gimel, Naso Daf Kuf Lamed Amud Beis. Look over there.